The state's largest school district is now starting to cut 75 positions as Anoka-Hennepin tries to right-size a nearly $6 million budget deficit next year. The cuts will include the majority of social workers. Parents sounded off at tonight's school board meeting.
We were shocked that social workers were ever considered expendable. One of my colleagues looked at me and said, "It's an injustice to our students." I want schools where we put kids first. This decision does not.
The cuts also include support teachers, para-educators, and school counselors. What's more, the district's superintendent just announced he's leaving at the end of the school year. Jennifer Hoff joins us now with more. Jennifer?
Julie, superintendents serve on average about 3 years, but turnover across the country is happening faster than ever, according to the head of the School Superintendents Association, who just happens to now lead Minnetonka schools, and before that, Anoka-Hennepin.
Yeah, right.
For 4 years now,
People do this because they love to see kids shine,
David Law has led Minnetonka schools.
and they're just so real.
Before that, he spent twice as long as the superintendent of Anoka-Hennepin, the state's largest, a job typically with much higher turnover.
You know, you saw during the pandemic leaders step away from the job because it was a different kind of public stress and pressure.
Data shows Minnesota has 21 openings next year, including at Hopkins, Inver Grove Heights, and Forest Lake.
Our first order of business.
And now, Anoka-Hennepin. The board holding a special meeting tonight after Corey McIntyre announced he's leaving this summer, as the district also continues to right-size a nearly $6 million deficit next year, notifying 75 staff members they'll be let go.
Transition from one leader to the next is hard. At the same time, we're trying to get better results and being held accountable with fewer resources.
As many as 24 social workers will be cut there, mostly across elementary schools. The board has said is to avoid increasing class sizes, part of a broader funding crisis, in part due to falling enrollment, COVID relief funds expiring, and inflation, as well as unfunded mandates like paid family leave.
It's different now than it's ever been.
Minnetonka may not have a shortfall, but it's cut 5% of its workforce and faces a 10% health insurance increase. Law hopes years of experience can help keep his ship steady.
Any place you're at, getting all of the community on the same page about what's important for your schools is critical to getting lasting change.
Now, Anoka-Hennepin has only had 10 superintendents in its 75-year history. The board also weighing tonight if it wants to hire an interim or a permanent superintendent to fill Corey McIntyre's spot. And this is also in part because it's really under the gun right now, considering the board has about 3 months to name someone, when this is a process, Julie, that we've seen take a whole lot longer, typically anywhere between 5 and 6 months.
All right, thank you, Jennifer.